Hope you guys can hear that. It's our signature. Remember that.
We're back.
We're back. Episode 2. Yay.
Yes. Welcome to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl happy hour.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
That's our recording days, in case you guys want to know. That's when we have our best energy, I feel like.
Yeah. We missed you guys last Saturday due to technical difficulties. That were my fault.
Admittance is the first
ownership.
Step. Ownership.
Extreme ownership.
Well, we're all back. The girl's here, and I missed you guys. Well,
thank you.
Most of you guys. I mean, we're here together normally. Cognac's here.
You miss me when I go to the restroom. That's cool though.
Oh my
Sleep.
God. Okay. I miss you when you sleep until 3 o'clock.
Hey.
Oop.
It's my time to hibernate because I get on my grind all week long.
Anyways, how was everybody's week?
My week was eventful. Yeah, my week was pretty good. I took this training that the company put me in. And it seemed like as soon as I finished, they threw a project my way to, get their bang for their buck. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you paid attention.
Make sure I paid attention, yeah. So,
all right.
So accepting that project and planning it out, something new, been pretty exciting week.
Keeping people safe.
Yeah, but this is a operational thing.
Oh,
it's about saving money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pay upgrade to me.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening,
it's a lean thing.
How was your week, Cognac?
My week was good. Very interesting. I'll get into that, but yeah, it was pretty kind of uneventful. But as far as doing what I need to do to bring.
Liquor industry is very eventful, even when it's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be eventful, but yeah, it's just making moves and certain strategic things. So.
My week was okay. We had to say goodbye to a girl that's been there for a very long time. If she ever does listen, I will miss you dearly.
Bye. Bye.
I actually, funny story is I got her a little going away gift, and she likes makeup, and I got her a lipstick that said "Bye." It was the name of the lipstick was "Girl Bye," and she fell.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
She actually she helped a lot.
Yeah.
So.
So anyways, my next week is about to be very crazy.
Now you got 13 jobs now.
13 jobs.
And I can't bother her with one job.
Don't bother me at all next week. Nobody, no extra jobs.
Next week's on the side for me because I got a lot of
I'm not going to be the...
fires to put out. So.
Yeah. Anyways, so I look forward to these episodes and recording all week. It's like a good... escape.
Yes, therapy.
And just talking.
Yeah.
Like we normally do. Just on a microphone.
Yeah. Everything fun to me, so y'all think I'm crazy, but I think everything's fun.
If anybody knows you, they know you're crazy, but a good man.
Yeah, very good. Before we get in too deep in the episode, too, we want to thank our listeners, the people that did listen to episode 1.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. I think I was drugged on the first episode.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, man.
This one.
Anybody that knows you knows that's just you.
This one should come off a little cleaner, a little more. We were trying to get into it, and I think it's a great thing. That's all I have to say. This one.
Don't be so hard on yourself, man. Nobody said anything.
I'm my worst enemy, as far as that.
Only got positive feedback from...
No, I'm always hard on myself. You know that. I'm always hard on myself.
Well,
Well, you're not in this alone, bro.
Stop.
I know.
None of us are perfect sitting
Yeah.
here. This is all new for us,
Yeah.
and we're just having fun, and we hope people can listen to us and have fun with us.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, episode 2. Tequila, tell us what it's about.
Episode 2. Friends, foes, and Fairweather fans. FANS fans. And how do we cope with these individuals? Came up with this subject because watching this show on Euphoria, not gonna say what channel, but Euphoria with Zendaya, my son's girlfriend from a long way
not
back.
my girlfriend. I don't mean to interrupt, but that's mine. Thank you. Okay, next.
So Zendaya plays a character named Rue, and she has a friend, very close friend named Jules. And the episode that led to this was a special with just Jules talking to a psychiatrist, and during the conversation, Jules was saying how Rue used to be an addict, and Rue had turned herself around and was sober, living a sobriety life. And Jules thought that maybe her sobriety was based on their friendship, which likely could have been so. But sometimes she wanted her space, and she didn't just want to be up under Rue, but she felt guilty if she didn't go and hang with Rue or whatever, because she felt like it may cause Rue to relapse. And I was thinking, man, that's really loyal. Because
Codependent.
and because I'm big on my space, and my friends, they know that I would give them my space and time, but when I want my space and time, I want my space and time. But you just don't find loyalty like that. I don't know if that's loyalty to in a healthy sense, or if that's loyalty to a flaw, right? So that's how we came up with the subject of friends, foes, and Fairweather fans.
Yeah, kind of like, what does it mean to you? Because I think it means something different to everyone.
Yeah.
But I think if you call yourself somebody's friend or somebody's family, I guess family is by blood, but you should get to know the person that you're saying, I'm your friend to, and know how to be a friend to them.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If I say I'm your friend, all of my friends are very different and have different needs, different interests, but the one thing that sticks to me is loyalty.
Yeah.
So
Loyalty for me, I'm just thinking about it right now, and we've been discussing this for the last 2-3 weeks. Kind of hard for me to define, because it's me. If I look at me putting an expectation on the person, but I take the word loyal as an action word for myself, and what am I going to do, in the terms of being loyal. And I guess I not as social, don't have a lot of friends, that type of person, because that's the way that I see things, because I always look at what am I going to do, and when you like that and you're not really expecting much from other people, you set yourself up for pain sometimes, because everybody not going to meet you at the crossroads. So like if I say I'm your friend and I'm going to be loyal to you, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. For whatever reason, whatever enemy telling me to be there towards you, that's what I'm going to do. And I can't tell you how to do it back to me. If you say, man, I'm loyal to you, I'm your friend, you got to work that out. You know what I'm saying? And I may accept your actions in regards to you being loyal and my friend, and I may not. But if I say I'm your friend and I'm loyal, I got to work that out. I got to be loyal and I got to be a friend. So I try not to put the pressure on people, but I do.
Subconsciously, everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's not necessarily you owe me this, but it's like, I do it for you with no thought.
No
it's
thought.
Not even a thought,
because I'm your friend.
I ride for you.
Yeah.
And I would hope you would do the same, but that's just not the case.
It's just not the case.
So here's a question. We're all mature adults. Some of us are in between ages. But what is your longest friendship you've ever had? Cognac?
Well, I had one friend, but we kind of fell off as far as the differences.
Well, that means it's
And we
not a
were-
friend. What's your
Well,
longest friend?
We're
now?
almost brothers. But anyways, I guess my longest friend, sweetest guy, we used to joke with him, call him Rilo, and he hated that because, like, you know, we're young and dumb and. Anyways, going to the point we used to call him Rilo, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not like that." So, anyways, so he is the sweetest person that I know. I mean, this cat loves his kids to death. I mean, he is one of the. What I hate about it is I'm saying it because I always mess with him, just because he was such a sweet guy, but not like anything bad, just like pranking him and and at the end of the day, we're still friends to this day. But
Yeah, he's a really sweet guy. Shout out Rilo. We all three know him. Really good guy. But you guys have been friends for like...
It's 21 years probably now.
Wow.
But yeah, he's a good dude. Like that's the type of dude that he would like if I really were, which I thank to God I'm not his strengths or anything, but if I were to be, he would have my back because he knew I always had his at the end of the day, where he went through a lot of crap, and he knew he could rely on me or call me or whatever.
So it's an even friendship.
Yeah, it's an even friendship.
And there's
basically.
mutual loyalty.
Yeah.
Again, I always bring that word up because it's super important to me. What about you, Tequila? Longest friendship?
Longest friendship started in 1992.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oof. I was only 9.
I was not too far from that. I wasn't that much older than...
What, 11?
I wasn't that much older than 9.
Oh, okay. In between 9 and 11.
Yeah. But, yeah. My best friend, he passed away, though. A little bit after I met you guys. But, you know, the friendship still lives on. I can do better. You know, he had a son. I don't interact with his son as much as I could, nor his sisters and his mother. But I didn't do that much interacting with him when he was alive, you know. So, yeah, that's he still hold heavy and dear to my heart. That's still my guy, even though he's dead and gone. So,
do you want to give his nickname? Did he have a nickname?
Little Dog.
Little Dog.
Little Dog. That's what he called himself.
We all three at this table.
L-I-L.
L-I-L. Yeah.
We all
Capital
three at this
D.
table know him too. So
Capital D
rest in peace, Little Dog.
with the capital L.
He was a very nice guy, super funny too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Little Dog. Do you know Little Dog?
Yeah. No, it took me a minute. I was sitting there thinking about it.
We're not mentioning names, so
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
you either know who you are or you
No,
don't.
yeah.
Okay, my longest friendship actually is probably somebody nobody's met. I've been friends with her since middle school. I call her DJ. She lives in Florida, but we literally probably have not even seen each other since middle school, and we still like vibe the same way, and we're obviously completely different people than we were then, but we obviously thank you to social media for those perks of staying in contact with people that you don't normally or wouldn't normally. But I love that girl and still would have her back if she needed something because it was just her spirit. So shout out to DJ. But someone that I actually like see, still not in the same state because that doesn't matter. My oldest friendship is my girl, we will call her Cher. She has several nicknames. We've been friends for about 25 years and love her to death. Also, kind of like Rilo, one of the biggest hearts of people that I know and deserves the absolute best. And maybe one day she'll come and be on here because she's like a social media goddess or something. I don't know. But that's my longest friendship. But I'm grateful and thankful, like I think all three of us are, for those long-term friendships.
Yeah, and this is a pretty long-term friendship right here at this table.
I know, but I didn't want to say us.
Yeah.
That's so typical.
That's boring.
Not boring, just so.
Well, just obvious.
But we've been friends for
15 years.
Yeah, 15, long time.
15 years.
Yeah. So, what about your newest friend that you will say so ride or die for? Somebody that haven't been in your life for a long time, but you're like super loyal to.
Can we have like a time frame? Like,
well, you know me, I don't do the new friends. Raw really don't do.
I don't really either.
Oh,
I mean, there's acquaintances.
Yeah, I've seen,
somebody I'd ride or die for.
Chilling in the kitchen. I've seen a lot of people
come and go.
Yeah.
Those were party invites, not necessarily friends. Newest friend that you'll ride or die for. Well, you brought it up, so who is your newest friend you'll ride or die for?
Newest friend? I got a good friend.
Billy?
Billy, no. Billy's a good guy.
We're not supposed. His name is B.
My bad.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I didn't give his last name.
So this guy I used to work with. So I worked at the last job 7 years, and we worked together for 7 years, and we really close. He's like a brother from another. We don't hang out and none of that stuff. But if he need me, I'll be there. If I need him, I know he'll be there. We text each other every morning, good morning, and if it's something that's going on, we call each other and check on each other. And it's funny because within the 7 years, Carlos would always ask me, "Is that your friend?" I'm like, "Nah, all right." But after you sure that ain't your friend? You talk about him a lot. That ain't your friend? And I'm like, "Nah, we just got a lot of stuff in common." And then
you gotta teach the kids.
Huh?
You gotta teach kids. No. So they don't do it,
So about the 6th year, I don't know why he was asking me. He asked me again, and I was like, yeah, rap. Oh, yeah, he's my friend. That's my friend. So I would say that's my friend. So
you said 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years, yeah. 6 or 7 years.
Me? That I'll ride and die for?
Yeah.
Oof. Newest. Does my niece count?
Yeah. Because she came up to me when that question came up.
My niece is only 2, so she's my newest.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
And I will kill for her. End your life for her. So I guess that's my newest friend. I have met a lot of new people or become more acquainted in the last, I would even say 5 years, with people that I've known, but I've gotten to know more, and I love it. But as far as ride or die, that takes a lot.
Yeah.
But I got your back
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Harper Rose. I can say her name because she can't sue. I love her.
She can sue, like, what?
So she can sue me to buy her everything I already buy her.
16 years from now. I didn't like how you mentioned my name.
Who's your newest friend?
My newest friend?
Rob doesn't.
I was
like
going
new
to say,
people.
me.
He learned to love himself.
That's good.
And he's his best friend
That's
now.
good. A lot of people not there. You need to be your friend and yourself.
Your newest friend is Harley.
Harley. Well, yeah, I guess. If you're talking about years.
Your newest friend is Harper too. That girl.
No, I was gonna
loves the
say,
hell
yeah.
out
I
of
was
you.
gonna. I don't want to be cheesy, but yeah, Harper obviously,
They have like full blown conversations. We'll have a whole family topic thing, but they literally have full blown conversations, and they talk back and forth for like 30 minutes. And I don't know what she's saying, but obviously he does, and she understands, and she replies. It's crazy, but thankful for her. Bless.
It's angel talk. That's why.
Oh, Lord. Well, now they're both angels. Okay. No, you guys actually both are angels, but whatever. Okay, so next question is, what's most important to you in a friend?
I mean,
Like, if you meet someone, what's a quality you're like, okay, I like that.
have you met a new person?
Yeah, at least that you'll
is
give them a
always
chance.
My answer, though.
But nobody's gonna be loyal when
Well,
you first
not
meet
on
them.
the right, yeah.
Like,
right
what makes
away.
you
Yeah.
go, okay, they're kind of cool.
I guess humor would be it for
I
me.
was gonna say that for you
Oh.
because they have to be able to take
Yeah.
your sense of humor.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they get too like offended or too like abrasive, I'm like, okay, I can't be friends with you, or you're not gonna want to be friends with me.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I agree. You, what's a quality you like if you meet someone? You're like, okay, I can talk to them at least, like that type of thing. Because that's how friendships are built. I feel like.
So, number one, I don't be looking for stuff, but I don't. And then, I mean, I used to say that I was a simple, non-complicated person, but as I mature and become friends with myself, like Rob mentioned, I know that I'm somewhat complicated.
You're not supposed to mention names on Cognac.
We've already told already.
That was a joke.
So I think the thing, if I can tell, sometimes I don't do it on purpose, but maybe it do. I have a weird attitude, right? And I can come off maybe rude and real,
Sorry, I have to laugh. 'Cause
real guarded. And if it's somebody that can tolerate that, I guess that shows me that they really,
are interested.
interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if they don't run from the leave me alone, mind your business type.
So patience for your
yeah,
vibe.
Yeah, the aura I try to put out.
Or
yeah.
actually,
the short.
I
and
call
sweet.
that, I say it all the time, read a room.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking to you, don't try to over talk me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is definitely your vibe. I get that. For me, you have to dress okay. No, I'm just just kidding. That's not true. I feel like when you ask too many questions where it's like you're interviewing me, that's a turnoff. I just like talking to someone where you can talk to someone. And I talk to different people all the time. And I bring this up, like, sometimes I get massages. And I clicked with one girl, and we are complete opposites. Like, she is a goth type girl, but we have so many things in common, and we just clicked. Like, I don't normally, in my massage, I'm like, leave me alone, But I don't. I stay awake. We have conversations. We don't agree on everything. And that goes from, I don't talk politics and religion to people, but I'll talk it with her. And she's opposite ends of me. But she knows how to talk. And I know how to talk to her, and it's a weird vibe.
Yeah, that's big.
There's a girl who does, I sound so damn bougie. Like, there's a girl who does my lashes. I love that girl. She doesn't care. She is totally upfront, super aware, super woke, but to a more extreme than even I am. They think everybody of a certain nationality is the woke people.
Yeah.
But she's not my nationality, and she's like way in advance over me, but we can have conversations. Now, when I'm getting my lashes done, I don't know if any women are listening to this or whatever. If you get your lashes done, you can't open your eyes for 2 hours. So that's sleep time. That's, like, okay, let me just sleep.
Yeah.
But I talk to her the whole time. So that's a vibe I like, where you can just get a vibe from someone and just know, okay, cool. I feel comfortable talking to you. Now, you may not be my best friend, but I'm not a talker
Right.
normally. So if I talk to you, and if I roast you, if I can roast you, and kind of how Rob said, you have to have a humor. I'm not as ruthless as Rob is, because Rob takes it to like fraternity level, introductions when new people come around.
Yeah, my paddle sitting over there.
He's like, okay, so we're gonna do swirlies. Okay, you're in. But me, I'm just okay. I can talk to you. Okay. But that's how I feel about that.
I've matured in my jokes, by the way. I don't. Most people like fraternities now.
You're matured in life. You still initiate people.
No,
He totally does.
but
Got a story.
no,
I got a story. We had one guy come over
Oh man,
who was clearly gay.
this was funny.
Gay, and he knew he
It
was
wasn't
gay.
my fault. I was
He
set up
gay.
for it. I was set up for
He
it.
knew he was gay. But he came over. It was just a party where we like to throw theme parties and stuff. And he went up to him and was like, I heard you was flirting with my girl. Like, that type of vibe. I'm not going to give the full on. I mean, that
Okay,
would take
fine.
an hour long, this whole story. But, like, literally scared the shit out of this dude. Like, where he got up and left. And Rob was just kidding. But I still talk to the guy. He understands now who he is. Yeah. But I felt awful.
That was for Rob's scaring off the new guy.
That was an reply.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. But same effect.
But he's a good dude.
Yeah.
If he ever listens to this, he'll know this story.
I mean, it was funny, and then I ended up having to apologize to the guy and whatever. But anyway,
Because he was the good dude. The one who brought him was not the good dude. So that was...
yeah, he
I
sent
mean,
me
so-
over. He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah." Long story short,
But Rob will answer the call to punk someone.
well, it's. I mean, if it was true, I would have whooped him. I will.
He didn't want me or any of parts of
and I knew that was the funny part.
Yeah.
Had that been real,
But he had just-
he'd have got
he
brought
just
down
met him
by
that
me
day.
and my. Anyways,
Okay.
tequila. I meant sorry.
So here is something
Give
I
it names.
kind of want to talk about since it's actually like the three of us. I always use the term, I didn't make up this term, I don't know who came up with it, framily. Framily. It's friends and family. And I feel like we're all here family. So, does everybody know what that means, family? Friends plus family. It's kind of like family that you make out of your friends. That,
Well, the majority of my life, that's what I dealt with.
yeah.
Yeah, so I've always been family to friends. Not to disassociate myself from my actual family, but it's just always been, holidays with friends. It's just always been like that for some reason. Spend a lot of time with the people that I call friends.
That you choose.
Yeah, no.
Some people just want who they choose.
Yeah.
In their space.
Yeah. And I would answer their beck and call like they were family.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would look at friends like at family, and not treat them like outsiders, but they wouldn't get the same respect as the friend would get, just because of the level of the relationship. Yeah.
And I feel like that's actually very common. People don't say it, but it is very common because you can't help who you were born into. It's not going to make you get along with them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we've known each other a long time, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
Especially when you get older. When you get older, you just may not like that person.
Right.
So, are you pointing at me?
no, I was saying because here's a funny story.
Cognac's pointing at me. He's got a story.
So here's cracks me up, and I'll never forget. And so Mike Tequila, sorry.
We all know our names. Mike, Robin, Nia, Dania, whatever.
I'm laughing because I was trying to keep up with the game. Anyway, so Tequila went to help me with my grandmother moving into a home in Colorado, and so
Family shit. Yeah.
family, right? So the neighbor me and Mike are moving stuff into her home, and my grandmother at this point, I mean, she's pale as hell. She's Belgian. She's pale as hell. And I always laugh because we're moving stuff and frustrated. You know, it's like she got, you know, her old school big furniture. And the neighbor came over and said, who's moving in? And Mike, without a pause, said, we're moving in our grandmother. He just was like, he didn't have nothing to say.
Mike's ready for that noise. He knew what she was asking.
Our grandmother.
He knew what she was asking.
Right?
And it could be.
Right?
Yeah.
But it just made me laugh because, you know, Colorado, like that place in Colorado specifically, like, he just had nothing to say. He was like,
I mean,
yep. He went, y'all's going, okay. Man, that was
like
funny.
they didn't watch The Blind Side and thought, "Oh, go Sandra Bullock."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He said it was funny,
and he should have, and it was funny, and that's it. The end. Our grandmother.
Like, that boy went home,
and Jeanette loved Mike more than a lot of family members.
But I don't know why that still cracked me up.
It is a good story.
Without a stop, he said our grandmother. Like that. I said, what is he gonna? He's right back in the house.
There goes the neighborhood.
Like, do we need to move?
Yeah.
Or are we good? That was her question, really. She just phrased it that way. That's a whole nother topic. I can't wait for that episode.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay, so my interpretation of family is I'm a military brat, so I've moved around a lot. Shout out to my parents. They're both veterans that served for many, many, many years, retired. I was born in Heidelberg, Germany. Thank you.
I got it right.
I was born in Heidelberg, Germany because my mother is a vet of the United States Army, and I traveled more. My mom left when she had me, like not that long after she had me, because she wanted to give me all of her attention. Thank you, Mommy. And then my dad is an Air Force vet, and he retired fully, served practically his whole life. Air Force. What an Air Force? Is it who? No, that who is. I don't know what Air Force is. Fly high? I don't know. But anyways, so I've met people in different states and connected with them, and some just stuck with me. And actually moving to Houston, I came here with no one, which I'm not used to. I'm used to having my two sisters, my parents, at the very least. And I came here, love Houston, but I built a family. I didn't build it over the course of time. And there are people here that I love with my whole heart. They've kept me sane. Obviously, Rob is my family. You've been my family for 21 years. But I'm saying, Mike sitting over here.
There was a lot of bumps on the road.
I've got my gangsta. That's not her real name. I've got my PA. That's not his real name. I've got my. I don't really have a nickname for her, so I'll call her my Tip Tiff. That's my Houston family, but I've got my girl. I don't want to say her name. I don't have a name. I don't have a nickname for her. Well, I have one, but it would still reveal her name. But I'll just say, "What are you doing, my mystical girl?" I met her in college in California. That's family to me.
That was a mystical reference.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you?
Google it. If you don't know, you wouldn't be in my family anyways. But these are people that were here for me and didn't have to be. And my family, my actual family, loves them like friends and family now. And I just think a bond is a bond. I don't think genes necessarily make it. I trust some of my friends more than I trust some of my family. I talk to some of my friends about deep things that I do not talk about with my family. So, a tribe, I guess. You know, everybody says you need to have your tribe. Thank God for tribes, and you can build your own damn tribe.
Right. So, I'm not going to get religious at all, but I'm an avid believer, reader of the Bible, believe the Bible. And this is a proverb. So proverbs are kind of universal, right? But it's one that says, a friend close by is better than a brother far away. And that's how I always look at the friendly situation. You know what I'm saying? I would lean on a friend before I call my brother. And I love my brother, you know what I'm saying? But I would lean on my friends before I would. But he's far away. But
Yeah, he can't come fix your tire.
Yeah. But, it's true. A friend close by is way better than a brother far away. So.
But I want to bring in the loyalty thing because I'm also still very loyal to my family. They do things that I cannot stand. I'm talking about my family, my inherited family, but I'm loyal. Like, you're not going to talk about anybody in my circle that I'm loyal to. I will have their back and then reprimand them later. But I may be able to say it, but you can't necessarily. So, loyal to a default on some people, I guess. I will never let you attack.
Yeah. Family is family.
Yeah.
Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
Right? And like you said, you have your tribe and you down with your tribe. But 9 times out of 10, when you and your tribe turn up, it's because something that happened to your family. They did this to my cousin.
Yeah.
Let me call up Rob and Dania.
What's their name? Let me start researching.
So, yeah, that being said, speaking of distance, my family is very distant. And no matter what, and that goes to what Dania said earlier about like Facebook, whatever. I was never a social media person, but to be able to communicate them on a certain level, whereas having to go all the way over there, whatever, we still almost have the same bond, but it isn't the same by being there. And when I go there, I'm not gonna say where, but when I go there, they're like just like so excited to see me. Like, it's almost like being back in the 1900s. They're like, "What's your stories? Oh my god!" You know what I mean? They just that's the one thing I miss. And you're
just as excited.
That's the one thing I miss about traveling, specifically overseas, is because I know if I saw my family today, they'd all want my attention, and they'd be like, what's going on? And I want their attention too, because I miss my aunts and my uncles and my cousins and their children now and everything like that. It's a great experience to be in that moment with them in that experience. And to me, I'm the partier and joker, so they're always like, "What kind of stupid stuff you've been getting into," or whatever. My cousin told me one time when I came over there, he goes, "You make me feel so young again because you just have that spirit in you, like you just never quit. You just always have something crazy on your mind you want to say or do or whatever." And he goes, and it, when you're not here, it's normal, but when you're here, it's like it's a whole new experience, because it's like, I hate to say it like this, but it's like a welcoming party, because it's hard to travel overseas, obviously. But that's what actually always makes me happy, is they're just so excited to see me. It's like they just want to tell me everything. I want to tell them everything that's going on here, and vice versa. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that, I guess. I don't know. Until getting into details. But,
shout out to my distant family overseas. I love them.
that was very fun taking
They were so accepting of me in person, and I appreciate it. And one of his cousins is my favorite dance partners in the world, even over my husband. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't want to change the topic a little bit, but it's hard to be great. It's hard to be great around people that seen you at your worst, if you understand. So your family, they seen you at your worst.
Yeah.
So even when you can do great things, but all they see is, oh, that ain't nobody. That's just Mike. You know what I'm saying? He used to be scared of horses. You know?
No, you just respect them.
Yeah, but they, you know what I'm saying?
Episode 1. Yeah, okay.
So that little tidbit of information about me can overshadow the great things I'm doing, and they won't see the great things that I'm doing. Not that I'm doing anything great, but just because their
mind's already made up.
Their mind's already made up. You know, sometimes you can leave home and you can go and just be a movie star all over the news. You know what I'm saying? But when you go home to your family, ain't nobody. You know, it's just because they see you. They don't see your growth. They just see you as who you was before you left and done the things that you done.
Well, I would also like to say, I mean, just listening to that, you know, haters are a very real thing. I hate to use such a trivial, easy term. Haters are a very real thing, and they can actually be in your family. Mm-hmm. They can actually be in your friend circle, and you don't even realize it, but it can be your own blood.
No, we swallow them quick, usually. That's a good thing about us. That's
yeah,
why
we're pretty good judges of character, but I've had a couple of mishaps.
That's why I said before when you were talking about your friends, I said you had a lot of bumps and roads when you first moved here. Remember? I mean, never mind.
Actually, the ones I met when I first moved here are still around. It's the new ones that I bring in sometimes. But yeah, even your family can be haters, and that's just such a weird thing. Like
that's the sad part.
I don't know. Everybody is different, but it's a weird thing when someone doesn't want to see you succeed, especially if they're your family member. It's kind of like an ultimate betrayal because I want to see my family succeed.
Yeah.
I want to see my friends, if I call you a friend, succeed.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to look at my success and compare it. That's so weird to me. Like everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's journey is different. It's just odd to me. So honestly, I feel like if you are literally looking at someone and comparing yourself to them in any type of situation, friends or family or otherwise, and you're like mad because you don't have that, or just move along. You don't really like that person. You're a Fairweather fan is what you are. And that's why I added that into the title. You're just a fan, but a Fairweather one.
Yeah.
You're taking notes, pretending, showing up, trying to be this, and that's not who you are.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And I'm kind of just over it. I have zero tolerance for it now. It's because I'm at my old age.
But sometimes, you know, growing up, you had that family member. Like, when I moved to Texas, I had my cousins, and we were like brothers. You know, we did everything together, and none of my cousins ever hated on me. So that's the wrong example to use, cousins. But sometimes, you know, y'all grow up thick as thieves, and then you go out and do your thing, and they start feeling if you're doing better than them, like you left them behind, you forgot about them. We said we was gonna do
that's
this.
That's not even loyalty. Like,
yeah.
You were how old? Like at that time?
We never did it. I just, you know, we've always been our own individuals. You know, we always supported each other. You know, because we always been different.
Yeah.
And we've always accepted the fact that we were different. You know, that's one blessing, I guess, that I had growing up with my cousins.
I have a cousin that she's like a sister to me. We're completely different people.
Yeah.
We don't talk all the time. she's not. I'll text her. She don't reply.
Yeah.
But if I find something else funny or something I need to tell her, I'll text her anyways. But I'll have her back. Period. And we are not the same people. We don't hang with the same people. We don't do the same things. But she's. That's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my cousins. I would do anything for them, and the cousins that I'm talking about, they know, you know, who it is. It's not all my cousins, you know. Some
I got a lot of cousins.
Yeah, me too. My grandfather had 19 kids. Man. 19 He had a lot of jobs. No jobs. One or the other.
He had a job by making 19 kids.
He had time to make all of those kids.
That was his job.
Yeah.
Populate the earth.
And don't forgive me for my stupid accent. I just remember from In Living Color. 19.
Yeah. Good show. Showing your age.
Horrible.
Showing your age.
No, I was saying it was horrible accent.
So how do you deal with? I mean, this is an easy question to answer.
Go ahead.
How do you deal with disloyalty?
We have some cognac.
The group, the table.
How do we deal with disloyalty?
Yeah.
I pretty much don't deal with the person, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as in my never mind. Yeah, I basically take it as it is. I don't necessarily. If it comes to a front, I'll confront it.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to necessarily confront it and play the game as it goes and see where it lies, I'll let it lie where it be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know that's the
answer.
What I'm saying is I know better. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna play games.
Yeah.
I will cut the person off if need be when it comes to a front. I should say it like that.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not even gonna answer because I asked the question.
No, go ahead.
So once I identify, you know, I basically I live by the motto: you make the bed that you lay in, right?
Yeah.
So it goes back to the first question, you know, when defining loyalty and friendship. So if I'm your friend, this is what I'm gonna do because I say I'm your friend. And if you say you're my friend and you do something that I feel is disloyal or dishonest, that's where I'm gonna leave it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna respond to that accordingly. And I still may have friendly feelings towards you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't accept the way that you treated me. So I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah. There's several people that have done me dirty, and I still wish them well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anything bad for them, but I'm just like, one thing that I value about myself, you know, you're supposed to think of things that you value, and I think that I'm a really good friend. I'm always there. I'm there at 3 o'clock in the morning. When I haven't talked to you in 3 weeks, you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to answer. And everybody knows I hate talking on the phone. All of my friends and family know I hate talking on the phone. But you know, if you call me, I know there's a reason I'm going to answer. But I've definitely been hurt by people doing things where it's so stupid to me. And then I have friends or family that do things that I morally don't agree with. But because you're my friend or you're my family, I'm still going to be there for you. And have your back without getting into situations. There are some things that are intolerable to me. As a person, as a female, period.
Yeah.
And I have friends and family in my life that do things that I just don't. What? But I'll have your back. And if you ask me for advice, I'll give it to you.
If you don't like that advice, then don't ask me.
Well, everybody knows. Don't ask me anything.
In general,
don't ask me anything.
I don't like
if
that.
you want to hear what you want to hear.
Yeah,
that's literal. Don't even be my friend or acquaintance.
I don't like that.
Just don't ask me.
But you don't. We both don't like that.
Don't
it's
ask
like
me. Yeah.
you want the answer you wanted to hear, and I'm sorry that I'm giving you the answer that I'm giving.
No. Because
and then you're going to get mad at me.
Because if I think I'm right, I don't need to ask you a question. Because that's stupid to ask someone a question where you think you're right.
You want you're thinking you're gonna get the response, but you should know that person well enough that they're not gonna give you the response.
That's one thing
don't ask.
Don't want in a friendship, and nobody should, is a yes man. That's the term they call it, a yes man.
Yes.
Where everything you say, like, there's a person that I know that literally, instead of a period, you know, when you have a pause at the end of what they're saying, they go, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's such a narcissist. It's like, you know what I'm saying, so you just continually agree with them because you just want to be done with the conversation. So someone's just going to be like, yeah. But they don't agree with what you're saying.
But they take it as if they...
Yeah, as long as they can keep talking, that means you agree with everything they're saying. And that's so stupid. And so I try not to even talk to that person.
No, I do not
know
what you're saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying because it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to... I'm not a yes man, and I don't want a yes man. And I'm feisty. But my friends can still tell me the truth. And I'll listen. Now, I may have a rebuttal, but I'm going to listen if I have respect for you. And I don't want people around me...
you have your own answer.
I also don't want people around me that aren't helping me grow.
Yeah.
Which means that's why you shouldn't have yes man people.
Yeah, that's dead weight.
Dead weight.
Dead weight.
And you don't want to be around people that's not trying to grow themselves. Because it's really frustrating.
Can't
hang
out with the...
This is Rob's favorite quote. Go ahead.
You can't hang out with the
You can't
chickens.
fly with the eagles.
You can't fly with the...
Eagles if you're hanging out with the chickens.
That's my favorite sentence. Man, I say it at least once a day.
I know, Rob said it one day, like, Rob has random sayings, and I was like, that makes so much sense.
Can't fly with the eagles.
I told Carlos that yesterday. I say, birds of the same feather don't flock together.
Yes.
Like, what you mean? I say, when the last time you seen chickens and ducks hanging out? Chickens and ducks don't, they don't click.
Yeah.
Just because they birds don't mean nothing.
And they can all look different.
Yeah.
But they got the same mentality of some proportions, So, here's a good question, since there's a girl and men here. Can men and women be friends? I know Rob has a lot to say about this.
Me?
Well, you used to.
Cognac? Yes. They can. But I watched Cheaters today. Now, and
we did. That was what we did all day.
Cheaters is fun.
I know.
But I'm not gonna.
I mean, I can answer this. To be honest with you, if you want my opinion, I'll give you my opinion. Yes, they can, but it depends on the circumstance. To be honest with you, that's what. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're like, I'm going with Thomas to the Bahamas. What the fuck?
Well, that's just called disrespect.
Yeah, but you put it in the scope of in a relationship. Just outside of a relationship.
What if there's
period,
no relationship?
Yeah.
Can just a man and a woman be friends?
What are y'all doing? Like, that's like doing. Me and Thomas are picnicking. You don't like picnics. I never said I like no picnic.
But you're talking from a boyfriend's perspective.
What do you mean?
You saying that
when you were in a relationship, were you had female friends, correct?
Me? No. When? I had acquaintances.
Oh, okay.
Did I hang out with them without you? No.
We're not together. I'm saying before us being together, you had female friends, correct? There was a Jewel. I'm not going to finish her name.
You're not going to say names, but I was trying to get Rilo to hook up with them. To be honest with you, he needed help.
So what you're saying is men always have a objective or agenda.
Kind of, yeah. I'm gonna say kind of.
But how old were you then?
Go ahead.
How old were you?
At 19, 18.
But
here's the thing. Here's the thing about me.
Young, dumb, and full of.
Yeah.
No, but I was a weird dude. I always wanted to find somebody. I didn't want the quick nut, the quick girl. I didn't want that. You know what I mean? So I usually pass them along to
that ain't weird.
Q, pass them along to Rilo. I just mess with them, actually. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be literally, quote unquote, like friends with them.
So your answer is no? Your answer is no?
I don't think so, because from what I've seen with guys that are friends with girls, unless I don't know. I don't see it. There's another agenda to it. As far as like being alone with them, like would your husband necessarily?
But you're going to a relationship again.
Okay, for instance, like if y'all, for instance, you two, okay, so if you said, hey, we need some cigarettes or ice or whatever, I'm gonna screech out, go get it. I trust y'all two together for a few minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's not like I'm gonna be like, I'll be back in a week.
So, but the thing is Rob can't see past beyond the relationship and trusting you having a male friend. That's his answer is based on that.
Yeah.
Solely. You know.
But he's always said that. Like,
Yeah.
even, okay, I can say his name, rest in peace. This guy was like my little brother. That was also a long-term friend, Jerry. Jerry was very, very, very gay. But he used to make jokes, but there was still an underlying. He's like, well, y'all are really close. Like, if I was a man trying to get with you, I would pretend I was gay and be like, oh, yeah, girl, let's go try on clothes. Oh, yeah, let's sit together.
What the statement was, though, when we're in the car?
I don't
know what they wanted to see us do.
Well, that's not the same, but that was two other people. That wasn't just Jerry. That was Jerry
and another
Kate,
person.
and Kate, a girl. So that doesn't count.
Oh, yeah.
But you were saying that way before that.
I know.
Cut that out, please. But anyways, he was like, that seems like the ultimate pickup. You know, well, I'm going to act like I'm not into women and I can hang out with all the women. And like, that's his mind frame. He's like an old person.
It was like I was 18, 19. I might be 80 years old or something. I'll be like, girl, don't worry about it. You want a popsicle stick? Frozen popsicle sticks in the house.
I don't know. I think men and women can be friends, and I think women are more alert to when someone wants them and can be like, no. Men are not. Men crave attention, in my opinion, and they don't even realize it. That, yo, this girl wants you. You know, like...
That was me, though. That's what you always said about
But it's
me.
not just you.
It's
like not just you.
Yeah, no.
That's just my take on
I
it.
never... You're like, oh, that bitch is flirting with you. And I'm like...
I don't talk like that.
No,
I am literally like
I'm talking like me.
the not jealous person.
No, you're not.
No.
What I meant was like, you'd be like, you didn't see, okay, let me do you then. You didn't notice she was flirting with you, Rob? No. She was holding your hand, Rob. I'm like, I thought we were being friendly. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just, I guess we're just talking from a relationship perspective, but yeah, I don't care. I'm literally not a jealous person. I know you're hot. I don't care. Women are gonna want you. I think I'm alright looking, and men are gonna want me, and that's just that. It's just how you handle it. And as long as you're not disrespectful, go ahead, flirt. I don't care. I don't care. If you can get them, then you wouldn't mind. So.
No, I don't think I'm hot necessarily.
I didn't ask you your opinion of yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't the point.
I'm hot.
I think you're hot.
Yeah.
You're hot. And we think each other are hot. So. It works.
Mike's over here rolling his eyes like,
Yeah,
that wasn't the conversation,
turn into a
right?
relationship.
Right.
I'm like, man, now let me take my headphones out and just control this
Mike, you
recorder
thought too.
board.
I thought you already left.
But I'm out. I checked out. Yeah. I'm like, this is the relationship hour, or minute, or whatever. Let me.
I didn't turn it to the relationship hour.
To answer that question, if I can, I believe that being a single man, I believe that women and men can be friends. I do. I'm not a jealous guy at all. And I just think they can be friends. I think it's to take a level of maturity to make it happen, but it's possible. And that's big coming from me because I came up. I ain't gonna call my family dogs. Most of the men in my life, but role models in my life. But you know,
oh my God, we have to tell stories all the time.
You know, my grandfather had 19 kids. He loved women.
Re-reference.
Yeah. So, but men and women can be friends. You know, I was raised not to say men and women can't be friends, but if you spend time with a woman, you know, there's only one or two things that a man and woman can be doing, or else what do they have that's so in common where they just friends. So just to define the level of friends, like I'm not really going shopping with you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're my friend. You know, I'm not gonna do a lot of friend stuff with you, but I'll say you my friend. If you need me, I'll be there, and it won't be no agenda or nothing else behind it. You just, if you need a friend, I'll be a friend. Basically, I can be your friend and not expect nothing, and will tell you stop if you expect something I can respect the friendship. If I respect the friendship, nothing gonna happen. And I think that's the goal of maturity. It's
definitely maturity, but it's also
It has to do with, like he kind of said, go ahead.
what? No, go ahead.
I was saying that, kind of what he was saying, that, it just depends on, like, what you're doing together as an activity. If you're just, like, chilling around, watching a movie, or doing something that's different, playing video games, maybe she's very good at video games, because now it's a new era. It's a new era.
Because now women are good at video games.
No, I didn't mean. That's my point. I didn't mean it like that. But they're more into.
I was into
like
it.
Stuff like that. Well, but I mentioned video games to you, and you're like, oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, because I didn't have to play them all.
But I did.
Liked and hit you.
So that is our time to kill it, right? So the title was Friends, Foes, Fairweather, and Fairweather Fans.
And I would like the latter two to stay the fuck away from me. And do not edit the curse word out. I only want friends.
And, you know, I'll take it one step at a time, you know. However you come, that's how you come. And dealing with me, that's how you going to leave. So it don't matter. I'm not going to give you much. And I'm not going to take much from you. So if I'm your friend, you know what I'm saying? So you could be a friend, foe, fairweather friend. It makes no difference to me because whatever is going on in the moment, we're gonna do whatever needs to be done and move on, right? Yeah. And if you're a friend, it ain't no moving on. You always gonna be there. So, but you need we all need everybody, right? To some extent.
Some people.
Some people, and some extent.
Some people are. Mountain climbers.
Right.
That's what I call them. Yeah. Mountain climbers.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I like what you're doing right now. Let me.
Yeah, I've seen those come and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you going to end it on?
We have to end it on the final question.
Yeah, I know what we're going to talk. The Friends, Foes, and Fairweather Fans, we killing that subject before.
I thought you had a question to ask us.
He said, yeah, but do you want to say
anything? Do you have anything else to say about Friends, Foes?
Oh, friends, foes, kind of like what y'all said. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, I don't think I've wronged anybody, and if I have, they can come for me. To be honest with you, because I don't think I've messed with anybody unless they mess with me, and I think I've actually, I'm not gonna boast myself that way, but I think I've done a lot in my short life so far.
I'll boast them really quick.
Because I'm the middle.
I'll boast them.
I'm the middle. I'm the age, whatever.
No, I'm going to boast you really quick. If you can't get along with Rob or you are hating on him, there's probably a problem with you.
Yeah.
Now, me, okay, I get it. Mike, do you get it? I don't know. I just
don't. I'm conserved like Mike in a way. You know, I talk a lot and stuff like that, and I just mess and mess around. But I just don't like to be messed with. Like I have a point where I'm like done at that certain point where I.
But he's still also the most loyal person, and when he should be, he's still figuring it out. Honestly,
well, that's how you keep it young. You figure out life. That's it. But yeah, I mean, don't mess with me. I won't mess with you. As far as messed up stuff.
So there you have it. Friends, foes, and Fairweather fans.
And shout out to my friends and my family who I love. I mean, we talked about negatives a lot, but thank you for anybody I mentioned or didn't mention. Newbies, old bees. I'm CC to TM. Can we copyright that when we get off?
Thank everybody.
Oldies, I love you.
Yeah, thank everybody for listening to us. I know it's funny, it's weird to me still at this point, but yeah.
It's weird for Rob to hear his own voice.
Yeah.
He listens to news radio and stuff all day, so
no, I
he's listening to other people.
No, I don't.
So we're gonna finish with a segment. We challenged ourselves. So starting this segment, we challenged ourselves to 3,000 episodes because we have a book that says 3,000 questions about me.
Yes.
So we're gonna take turns to answer these questions. We just pick a random number.
We're gonna all answer the question.
Yeah.
But everybody has to pick one. So
today I chose
the
number.
Final question.
I chose question number 2,999, and that question is. What is something you wish you could avoid? Something that I wish I could avoid is
so many things.
so many things, and it's kind of selfish to answer this question with the answer that I'm about to give. But I wish I could avoid my son growing up to be.
Aww.
You know, be the man that he's gonna be. You know, he's 13, so he at that stage where he smelling his nuts.
Oh no! Oh my god!
You know, he's trying to find himself.
Oh my god! I used to change his diapers.
Yeah. So
there were no nuts really.
I wish I can avoid this, but it's a blessing going through it, but it's a huge fucking headache too. So.
That's what you wish you can avoid.
That's what I wish I can avoid.
Yeah. I mean, aging period, but probably watching your kids.
Yeah.
And watching other people's kids. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah.
That's why it's all wrong.
What's something you wish you could avoid?
It's not something I wish I could avoid. I know I'm going to avoid it. Is death.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay. Dean from Supernatural over here.
No, there's something I wish I could avoid would be
bills.
That's not. I would. You're in my head. I hate it. Because I was gonna say taxes. God, dog. These taxes, man. Yeah, like I guess that's what.
Rob would like to avoid spending money.
Not on things that I think are need to be paid for.
Spending lump sums at one time.
Yikes.
Okay, something I wish I could avoid. I'm going to be funny about it. Obviously, I said fake people already during this whole episode. I wish I could avoid... Well, then that's going to give away my biggest fear. I don't want to say that.
Well, here's this. Don't really avoid. You have. It looks like.
Okay, then fine. I wish I could just avoid stupid people. I don't like stupid people. I don't like people that just say things to hear themselves talk. It gives me a headache, and I deal with it all the time. Sorry, work people. You don't know who I'm saying. There's a lot of people at work. What?
Random. I'm raising my hand.
Tequila's hands up.
Random question.
Yeah.
You don't have male, female question.
Oh boy.
Do you think, standing from outside looking in, being a male myself, do you think women deal with that more than men?
Stupid people?
Not stupid people, but people just saying stuff just to say it, just to seem relevant and cool. I think women deal with that way more than.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say. I mean, yeah.
Because we don't have. Well, maybe Rob do. I don't. We don't have. You know, the aggressive.
Rob has some type of face where people just randomly talk to him, and it drives me crazy. My dad is the same way. Yeah. We're like homeless people. Random people in a store just gravitate to him, and I'm completely opposite. And my dad's the same way. My mom's like me. Yeah. We're like, and they will chit chat, which is a good thing, good spirits. But oh my god, I hear the dumbest things from men, especially.
I bet
all the time. I had somebody tell me I was the most beautiful girl that they've ever seen. Now this is pandemic time. So how do you know? Like, I have a mask on. Sure.
She could be like Katana.
Not Katana. Katana's a bad bitch.
I'm sorry. Melina.
I mean, you don't know what's going on under here. It was just, and then, or even if they're hitting on you, and I know a lot of women deal with this, when they're hitting on you and you tell them, oh, I'm in a relationship, or I'm married, are you happy?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I
told you I was married, so you would shut up. If I wasn't happy, I wouldn't have told you I was married. I wanted to talk to you. It's the dumbest thing. Ugh. I don't know. I feel like I'm an awkward girl because I don't want to get hit on. Like, if I want to hit on you, I'm going to hit on you.
Speaking of the mask thing, it's funny that you brought that up because I just told her the other day, last night, when we were in the car. I said, I've gotten more compliments on my eyes since the mask thing. Like, people, I'm like, you don't even know what my face looks like. They're like, you got some really pretty eyes.
He does have beautiful eyes.
It doesn't matter. Like,
I'm going to post a picture of his eyes on our page.
But anyways,
you'll get it after you listen to the episode.
Please don't. But anyways,
doing it.
She's gonna hold my eye open while I'm trying to sleep. Like Jurassic Park. Anyways, yeah. So I told her that. I said, it's so funny. Like, that's one thing I realized. Like, man, I didn't realize you had gorgeous eyes because I'm wearing a mask. You noticed my gorgeous smile before, so I don't know.
Well, I've always noticed your eyes.
So that's it for episode 2.
That's the end.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to talk about Tom Brady's
His
Super Bowl.
His Super Bowl.
I was trying to put it into existence. Sports talk next week.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
sports.
Mahomes, Kansas City.
Okay. Travis Kelce and his girl Kayla Nicole. I really love Kayla Nicole.
I don't know who any of these people are. I just have a bet for Kansas City.
But I'm rooting for them.
Hopefully,
them as a collective.
Bye.
KC.
Bye, everybody. Mike going. What are you going to do?
Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it so much. Please pay attention to our Instagram, and we'll add more stations that we'll be on, and text if you can't figure it out. But just pay attention. We're here.